Why are you eating dirt? Why do that?
Hey everyone! So I wanted to film this video while it was nice and sunny outside, but of course, as soon as I go to do it, the sun hides behind the clouds. But it has been super warm this month, and it's only getting warmer, and things are growing, and I'm so excited. I honestly wasn't going to do any more videos because what do I have to teach people? I don't want to do a video if it's not about something, but then I realized that maybe I'm not in a place to teach. I'm in a place to learn still. And I don't need to do videos to teach people about things. I just need to do videos to record what I'm doing. And then when I think, oh, this is so easy, like I have all these things, like back and say, oh, I'm grateful for where I started. And honestly, I wasn't even that excited about gardening this year. I was like, it's a lot of work, and for what? Well, the magic of homegrown vegetables that don't taste like disappointment. So I got my butt in gear and I started my seeds.
Alright, so these are the seeds I've started. I have a few sprouts coming up. This is my light situation. My boyfriend did this up for his plants as well. And it's just a cardboard box, and it contains the light and directs it to where you want it. So I have some purple opal basil started here. And there's one coming up here. And several coming up here. I'm super excited because every time I try to grow this, it gets this big and then it dies. But I've always done it in the window and not with the grow light. So we'll see. And I will be separating them once they get their true leaves and maybe another set so they don't have to compete. My friend Angela gave me some ground cherry seeds, which I'm trying for the first time. You can go check her channel out. I'll put it on the screen. But they're taking their time. And then Jube cherry tomatoes. There's only one up. Well, there's two. This other one, I don't know if there's something wrong with my seeds or what, but the seeds keep getting stuck on the leaves. So I heard that if you put a little bit of spit on them, it dissolves it. So I've just been trying to do that. Because over here, I have two that have come up on the Dad's Sunset tomatoes. But I've got two that are just stumps. And I don't understand what happened to their leaves. So, yeah. But this guy's doing good. This guy's a little wonky. He was stuck, but he got out. I've got some rosemary started, and I'm not hopeful. I should probably do research on how to start them properly, because I know they're hard to start from seed, but I just went for it, so we'll see about that. I can always buy some plants from the garden center. I've got some black Hungarian peppers. They're not coming up quite yet. I've got some jalapenos. I think they're the orange kind. And there's some little sprouts just poking out. And then King of the North peppers. I don't see anybody coming up yet, but I'm sure they're not far behind. And yeah, I'm also going to let the tomatoes get their first set of leaves, and then I will separate them. And then in about a week, I'm going to start some other things. So now you know what seeds I've started. Let's go take a look at the garden space, so you have a visual of what I'm working with when I show you the plant. This is what I call the big garden. It's my first love and how I got started in gardening. This is the first year that I'm going to have it as a raised bed. And I always joke and say it's a real garden now. It looks real and professional-ish with the mulching. And I'm not going to have to spend hours and hours weeding it. But it just looks so nice. And I'm excited to finally fill it up with soil properly. And the soil's not going to spill out the sides. And all the water's not going to drain off. It's going to go to the plants. And there's so many things I'm excited about for this. Now that we've seen that and you have an idea what I'm working with, let's go look at the shed and I'll go through my plans, what I'm doing there, and what exciting project we're starting. So these are worm compost bins that are going to go to the back. But this is kind of the space that I had to work with. And I just did it in pots, but I'm going to actually build a raised bed like my big garden bed along here. And then another one over here. And I'm so excited. Now that you've seen what I'm working with, it's time to get down to business, and I'll show you what my final plan is, because I always plan it over and over again during the winter time, and it always evolves, but I think I've got it locked down. Let's take a look. This is the plan for the big garden. Right here, I'm doing 8 glass gem corn. I'm not a big fan of growing corn because it takes up a lot of room, but my nieces really want to do it, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do 3 cherry Jube Jube tomatoes, which my nieces also love, with some supports. I'm going to try something a little bit different this year. 3 ground cherries if they ever come up. And then 4 Dad's Sunset cherry tomatoes, which I know that's really close together, but they grow pretty small unless I just did a bad job, so we'll see. And then I'm thinking acorn bush squash here. I can't remember if it's Table King or Table Queen, which one's which, but it's a bush variety. Last year I lost it to mildew and that, so we'll see how it goes this year. Also a problem with pollinating. And then here I'm going to do orange jing okra. I've never grown or tried okra before. Well, I guess last year I tried. But it only grew about 6 inches tall and then died. Here I'm going to do 4 black Hungarian peppers with a post to support them this year, because last year they fell over. I'm going to try to do a Kajari melon here and then let it grow out and along the fence, and then give it support for the fruits. And then this is going to be all beans. I'm going to go crazy beans, and I'm going to freeze them this year. 54 Landis stringless bush beans, 27 red swan bush beans, and 27 purple dove bush beans. So that's the big garden. And then on to the shed garden. So this is the plan, the shape for it. My worm bins are back here. And then I'm going to do these big, beautiful crimson sunflowers. I think they're called Crimson Sunset sunflowers. And they have multiple heads on them, which I really like, instead of that one big sunflower. I'm going to do purple opal basil in the front. Morning glories up the wall. They'll grow like to the top of the shed. And then I'm going to fill it in with cosmos. Orange Kanikura cosmos all around. And then along here, we have a window here, so I don't want them to get too tall, but I'm going to do 2 lemon cucumbers, and then 4 pickling cucumbers, and then probably try to make room for dill somewhere, or just buy it, but I'm really into making my own things this year. And then I'm going to do 8 King of the North bell peppers, so they'll produce right to the frost, and I'm going to freeze those up. And then 4 jalapenos. We have a smoker now, so we want to do the chipotle properly. Alright guys, so that's the plan so far. Thanks so much if you watched it. I'll see you guys next time.